Before we start, please support our channel by subscribing, and click the bell icon for future notifications. Now, let's start. Today we're gonna tell you the storyline of a movie called The Woman King, from the year 2022. This movie tells us about a group of female warriors called Agoji. When they were assigned to guard the kingdom of Dahomey, from the 17th to the 19th centuries in West Africa. The movie starts in the 1823s in West Africa, when the kingdom of Dahomey's new king, named King Gezo, decided to fight their enemies from the Oyo Empire, who have allied with the people from Mahi village. They attacked the kingdom of Dahomey, and sold the people to Europeans as slaves. Agoji, the elite female warriors led by General Nanisca, were present in between the enmity of the Oyo Empire and the kingdom of Dahomey. And they were sided with the kingdom of Dahomey, because their king, King Gezo, has determined to end the slavery. One night, General Nanisca brings the Agoji warriors to attack Mahi village, and free the kidnapped slaves at once. Their ability shouldn't be underestimated. Because even though they were females, they managed to defeat all the Mahi villagers and free every slave, although there were some of their soldiers died in the battle too. The attack was the beginning for King Gezo of Dahomey, to prepare for the war against the Oyo Empire. Because after all, the Mahi village was also part of the Dahomey kingdom. Going home, the Agoji warriors and the enslaved people's return were greeted with pride. They were considered as heroes, as they fought for the slaves' freedom. But it didn't satisfy General Nanisca enough, because she knew that there was a bigger war before them. In the village, there seen a girl named Nawi, who was about to be betrothed to an old man. Nawi refused the betrothed, especially because the man was so rude to her. After seeing that, her father then hands her over to the kingdom, so that she can learn. Nawi was then welcomed by a warrior named Azogi, and invited her inside the Agoji area, where the warriors live, while protecting King Gezo and the kingdom. After that, King Gezo gathered all of his warriors and subordinates, to discuss the problem between his kingdom and the Oyo Empire. He ordered the warriors to get ready for the war. But the order was refuted by his general, Megan, where he felt that Dahomey wasn't strong enough yet, to face the Oyo Empire. Because by then, the Oyo Empire had more troops and were also equipped with horses and weapons. The generals then fell into an argument, where some of them agreed with Megan, so that there wouldn't be any bloodshed. They thought about taking the slave trade path, if that may grant them peace. The only person sided with the king is General Nanisca. She really hates the slave trade, because she felt that Dahomey have much better produce, like golds and palm oil to trade, rather than humans. The next day, the rookie warriors were trained directly by Nanisca, Izogi, and Amensa. At the first training they were asked to create a weapon from a piece of rope. In the middle of the training, Nawi said, that a rope is not a weapon. Her words were heard by Nanisca. Nanisca then gave Nawi her sword, and told her to cut the dummy's head off with it. But she failed. There Nanisca told her that there was no instant thing, and everything needs process. Everything was so hard for Nawi in the beginning. But fortunately, there was Izogi, who was always there by her side, and supported her. After a number of training sessions, Izogi held a duel against a male warrior, as an entertainment form for the rookie warriors. They stand face to face with a two-sided spear with each blade on their chests. Slowly they pushed towards each other, which caused the blades to stab them deeper. Until finally the male warrior surrendered, because he seemed unable to endure the pain. This shows the toughness of an Agoji warrior. After that sight, Nawi then decided to train harder, even until late at nights. Because she was determined to prove herself, to Nanisca and Azogi. The next day, the troops from the Oyo Empire arrived at the kingdom of Dahomey. And their general named Oba Ade, steps forward, and requested for slaves as tribute. But King Gezo prepared their produce and palm oil instead. Soon after, General Oba Ade said, that if the king refused the request, then the Oyo Empire would boycott their port access, as it was their main trade route. Because neither of them wanted to budge, King Gezo then offered a deal. He said that he was going to send 20 of their Agoji, so that Dahomey can still use the port in return. On the other hand, at the port of Waida, the European traders led by Sando Ferreira and Malik just arrived. They were about to go to the Oyo Empire to slave trade. There, they saw how the Oyo Empire tortured and treated the slaves like animals. Not long after, the Agoji arrived there to pay their tribute. General Oba thought that the tribute would be the Agoji, but instead, Naniska served him with the heads of the Oyo Empire's warriors before him. By that, again, King Gezo blatantly cast war on the Oyo Empire. It obviously angers General Oba, and made him call his troops to attack. But instead of running away, Naniska was still standing there, and fought General Oba. Seeing that, Naoi tried to help Naniska. Until they spotted the chance to run, which allowed them to run away and jumped into the sea, and swam to the shore where the rest of the Agoji awaited. But apparently, Naoi's act didn't please Naniska. She instead blamed Naoi for not following the plan. Where actually, Naniska was the one who didn't follow the plan. Somehow Naniska hates everything Naoi did. On the way to the kingdom of Dahomey, Naoi accidentally met Malik, who was bathing in the river. They then introduced themselves to each other. And it turns out that Malik was actually a half Dahomeyan from his mother. Not long after, Sando and Malik's group then arrived at the kingdom of Dahomey. They were there for slave trade. Just like when they were at the Oyo Empire. And right then, the Agoji rookies were about to undergo their final test. In that test, the rookies were required to show their ability in front of King Gezo and their seniors. And the failed ones will be traded to Sando and Malik as slaves. Firstly, they need to go through a pile of sharp thorny branches, where Naoi manages to get through first. But then, she went back inside the branches to help her stuck friend. Then she tried to catch up to the ones in front of her, and even jumped off of a high obstacle wall, where she finally managed to be in first place. She then received a sword from King Gezo, as a reward. And because of their hard work, Naniska then declared that they had all passed the final test and officially became part of Agoji. Soon after the test, the Agoji then treated the injured rookies. Right then, Naniska spotted a scar on Naoi's shoulder. Naoi then told Naniska that her father called the scar as the devil mark, when he first saw Naoi at the orphanage. It shocked Naniska somehow, especially about the fact that Naoi was an orphan. Outside, Malik met Naoi and asked her to meet later at night. It seems that Malik was attracted to her. But unfortunately, Naoi was not sure about the meeting, since she doubted to be allowed out at the time. At night, the Agoji warriors held a ceremony, to seek blessing and protection from their ancestors, for the new warriors. Right after the ceremony, Naoi went to meet Malik, where Malik told her that the Oyo Empire was about to launch an attack on the kingdom of Dahomey. Naoi then immediately reported it to Naniska. But Naniska rebuked her instead, and told her that Naoi had made a mistake. There Naniska told her that she had been captured long ago, and raped by Oba, and got pregnant. After giving birth on her own, Naniska then implanted a shark tooth in her baby's shoulder. Naniska then proved her suspicions, by cutting Naoi's shoulder scar open. And turns out that she was right, because she found the shark tooth. And Naoi is Naniska's daughter. The next day, Naniska and the Agoji lurked the Oyo Empire's tents around the kingdom. And the Agoji started to prepare themselves to attack the Oyo Empire's troops. They were outnumbered, but it didn't frighten them. After they finished the preparation, Naniska then leads the Agoji on the attack. They burn the tents with gunpowder lines they've prepared. During that war, many of the Oyo troops died, as well as the Agoji warriors. In the middle of the war, one of the Oyo troops threw Naoi into a ravine, and made her faint. Meanwhile General Naniska was targeting one person, the one only, General Oba Ade. But unfortunately, they didn't meet, because General Oba decided to withdraw all of his troops. Thus Agoji won the war. But little did they know, that the Oyo Empire managed to kidnap some of the Agoji. On the way to the Oyo Empire, Naoi wakes up and sees some of her friends alongside her, including Fumbe, her best friend. There she saw a chance for Fumbe to flee, which then Naoi encouraged her to roll off the cart and run back to Dahomey. At the Oyo Empire, Naoi met Izogi, and was shocked to know that Izogi had broken her arm. It was hard for them to flee in that condition. But Naoi then tried to motivate Izogi, and then helped Izogi to fix her broken arm. King Gezo promotes Naniska after being able to fight off against the Oyo troops. And they planned to throw a celebration party. But Naniska refused, because she wanted to rescue the kidnapped Agoji warriors. Back to the Oyo Empire, the Agoji warriors then traded at high prices. And when Naoi and Izogi were about to be traded, They then attacked and attempted to escape. But they failed, and Izogi was shot dead at that time. It devastated Naoi, because she was too slow, and made Izogi get shot. Soon after, Malik turns out to have bought Naoi to protect her. Naniska went against the king's order, and went to rescue the kidnapped Agoji with her fellow warriors. This of course started another war between the Agoji warriors against the Oyo Empire, and the Europeans. Seeing this, Naoi then escaped and joined the war. When Santo was about to escape with the slaves, Malik then freed them and killed Santo. On the other hand, Naniska finally faced General Oba. And her lifetime grudge finally got paid, because she managed to kill General Oba with her own hands. Agoji, who had won, then returned to the kingdom of Dahomey with pride. Because they successfully conquered the Oyo Empire. There they were greeted by King Gezo, and he rebuked Naniska a bit, because she disobeyed his order. But soon after, King Gezo crowned Naniska as the woman king. Soon, Naniska met Naoi, where they finally acknowledged each other as family. All of the Agoji then celebrated Naniska's coronation. And the movie finally ends. What do you think of this movie? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts on the comments section below. If you have any movie you want us to recap, please do tell us in the comment as well. And until next time.